My name is Susan B. Roara. Hi, welcome. I have such a great message today. I'm excited. I have a lot of energy. Today's message was really, really good. And I feel like it's important to address a lot of the issues that are happening in the collective energy right now, because I know there's been a lot of discouragement and a lot of fear. And I want to address some of this with you guys, okay? I want to kind of give you some tools to deal with it and to really just open up your minds and open up that crown chakra so that you can be more aware. So I thank you. I welcome you here. Thank you for joining me. I first want to address how energy in the collective works. Okay. And a lot of these energy streams, you guys, a lot of these energy streams are so powerful. And Abraham Hicks once explained this and it really stuck with me. So I'm going to share it. I'm going to give her some credit for this. And she explained it in a way that made sense. Energy streams that are very powerful, they're like a freight train that is coming at you over 200 miles per hour. They're really difficult to stop. It doesn't happen overnight, you guys. It doesn't happen overnight. These energy streams are moving so quickly and so powerfully that it's really difficult to put the brakes on them, okay? But we can do this over time. We can do this over time. I know there was a lot of tragedies in the news this week, and it's frustrating, right? It's very frustrating. But I want to give you guys some insight today on what is happening and why it's happening and why our millennials and the Gen Zs are really impacted by a lot of these things that are happening in the collective, in the world today. And why this is, okay? Because it's not just the fear that is happening with the schools and such things. It's not just the fear that's getting placed in these younger generations. It is the housing market and it is the student loan crisis, right? It's not just one thing or another. There are many streams of suppression that is happening specifically to the Gen Zs and the millennials. And the reason why this is happening, is because they are an awakened group. They are coming here on this planet to shift these powerful energy streams that are moving way too fast, okay? These energy streams are gonna be slowed down by this generation. And so the overseers, the powers that be, are really trying their best to suppress this energy, these younger generations, these energies. And I personally myself feel like I cannot wait. I don't take this in the wrong way, but I cannot wait for those energies, those boomer generations to really move on, and so that we can pull in these newer, fresher, more advanced mindsets, energy streams that are meant to evolve us, right? So that's one thing I wanted to point out to you guys. There is hope. There is some hope, but we have to bypass some of these suppressed tactics, these tactics that are being used in the way that our children are being really tied into the workforce in order to even buy a home. There's a lot of linkage with really bogging them down as best as we can, as best as these older generations can suppress them as much as they can, right? So that's one point I wanted to make today. I also wanted to make this point because there is an idea that conformed goodness will bypass your energy system. And I have to make this clear because the universe is very logical, you guys. The universe is a mathematical, logical system. And your energy system, your aura, your energy field is a perfect system. It is a perfect system. And I don't like to place blame, and I don't like to, well, they deserve this, any of that type of behavior. But I do want you to understand that it is a perfect system. And just because you have a conformed goodness societal goodness about you, meaning you have played by all the rules. You have conformed to what the elders have written out for us in their doctrines and their goodness ways, that you have conformed, that you will bypass this energy system. And that is a false understanding. The energy system is perfect, and it is not written by human beings, okay? This energy system is not written by the elders who run the countries and who have come before us and made the rules and made the religions and did all of these things, okay? This is not a system that is written by humans. It has never been a system that is written by humans. The system that is written by humans is flawed, is very flawed. And so when you can figure out that your energy system is a perfect system and everything negative that is happening in your life is because of this system, you will come to realize that conformity is not your friend. Conformity has never been your friend. Societal conformity, goodness conformity does not override this system. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So a lot of people believe that if they go to church every day, but this is just a simple example, that if they go to church every day and they do all the right things, then nothing bad will happen to them. And that is inaccurate. That is inaccurate. Because that system is flawed. It's a flawed system, right? So what I call a lot of this belief system, it is a spiritual bypass. And a lot of it has to do with the naivety of not being awakened. That believing that, again, if you follow the rules properly, that you just don't need to go above and beyond. You don't need to shake the system, right? These are spiritual bypasses. And a lot of people suffer from spiritual bypass because they aren't awakened. They aren't awakened. They are stuck in a 3D dimensional space. These dimensional spaces are heavy. They're heavy in energy. They're heavy in dense energy. The unawakened suffer in a 3D experience. There is materialistic experience involved. There is a greedy experience involved. There is social conditioning involved. There is governmental narcissism, right? There is capitalism, injustices, right? This is all part of the 3D experience. And because that energy is so manipulative, many of you are still very asleep and you are in your unawakened states. And because you are in these unawakened states, you are living your life paths on automatic default. So these automatic defaults, there is some innocence in a way that because you are on these automatic defaults, you haven't awakened, that you are victimized to some degree. You are victimized in some degree because you aren't willing or able to take any kind of responsibility to non-conform because of that goodness factor. This was a really great message. I mean, it resonated with me perfectly. I understood it. And I believe that is part of those energy streams that are going so super fast. Those 200 miles an hour energy streams that these newer generations are here to break. They are here to break. So I, for one, am excited about that. I am excited for this election because there are a lot of energy streams that are going to be broken if that voice is heard. If those voices are heard, if those younger voices can come forward, and I want them to. We should all want these younger generations to step forward in a new energy. The suppression is there. It is there and it's powerful, and you should be able to see it. You really should be able to see what is happening to these younger generations. Deliberately, because that's how powerful they are. That's how powerful. That's how more enlightened they are than the older generations. These newer generations are coming in with new ideas, new intelligence, more opened chakra systems. The crown chakras are open. And let me bring you back to your intelligence. Let me bring you back to intelligence. Let me bring you back to conformed goodness, okay? Conformed goodness lacks intelligence. And the reason why it lacks intelligence is because your crown chakra is closed. It is closed. So many people who are stuck in these conformities, in these social conformities, and this goodness philosophy, they don't have that connection to spirit. They don't have that opened crown chakra. If you haven't read my opening statement, you can go back and maybe read it. And I wanted to get the men's attention today because there is a correlation between male balding, right, losing hair, and having a closed crown chakra. This is your intelligence, you guys. There's many ways to be intelligent. I think there's 21 different ways to be intelligent, right? But the crown chakra is an important one. It's a really, really important one. And so this area not being stimulated by spirit, it does lead to baldness. And it was a loud message today, and I laughed out loud because you can notice that why, and there's going to be some physical aspects to why men bald more than women. Women do bald as well, but there are some clinical reasons why men bald. But I believe strongly that this has been a curse given through many, many generations and through many, many lifetimes from the divine feminine. It is a curse that is has been difficult for the men to break. And a big reason of that is because those energy streams are so strong. There is so much resistance in the change, into letting go and surrendering to the divine feminine. So we are hopeful, right? We are still hopeful that these newer, younger generations are coming through for us, and that they will do a better job at humanity, at morality, right? That they will subside and sidestep the suppressional tactics that are being placed on them more so than any other generations before them. More so than any other generations before them. These children of ours are being suppressed, and they need all the support and help that they can get in order to evolve the energy streams in the collective. I have a strong faith in these younger generations. And, as a Gen Xer, we are the cross generation. We are the bridge between the elders and the youngers. The Gen X generation is the last generation that played outside, right? And when I mean play outside, I mean play outside and we were left to be independent and to be free-spirited, right? These newer generations, they don't have that free spirit like the Gen Xers have. So the Gen Xers are here to bridge. We are the bridge between the boomers and these younger generations. We are the bridge that is softening the flow, right? Because you can't just jump from one to the other. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance and a gentleness as we flow into new energy streams. So I have a lot of faith, and I am, although I was very discouraged with what had happened this week, I could see how those fears are out of all the generations, whose generations do those fears impact the most? It is the younger generations. It is the younger generations that are fearful and that are being led down that path of fear purposefully. It is a purposeful tactic, in my opinion. That is my message today. Hello, everybody. How are you?